All right, this is a video about making an end card for your YouTube video. So you see here down on our screen, right, I tell you it's 1920 by 1080, right? We're shooting our video 1080p, so it makes sense that that's the same. The subscribe button is 300 by 300, and adding another video or whatever is 620 by 349. So I'm gonna mosey over to Photoshop, make a new thing, right? And I can go to Film and Video, pick HD TV 1080p, right? So I'll just go ahead and click on that. And here we are. By default, it puts in guides for like the safe spaces and things like that. Now, YouTube also, you can only put these things in certain spots. So you'll need to know kind of where the safe space, I think it's the bottom ones, the furthest ones that it allows you to go between. So what do you need to do? Well, I would probably just go get myself an ellipsis, draw it out, make sure that it is 300 pixels by 300 pixels. So there it is. I mean, for color, I can just, whoops, gotta do it over here in Photoshop, right? So there's my white thing. You can't see it, so let me throw a background on. So here's my background, right? My background, that did have enough thing, right? So say this is gonna be my background for my thing. So I want to put my right, the lowest I could put it is probably right there. I'm going to probably put it, yeah, I'll put it right there. And then we need for our video, right, rectangle tool. Do this. I'll unlink those because I need it. What was the size? The size was 620, 349. So I'm going to do 620, 349. Enter, right? So that's going to be the size I need for that. So yeah, I'll leave it there because that's going to be where my video goes. Great. And now what I'll do is design the rest of it, right? You probably want to put your logo up here. Do I have anything I can use as an Ursats logo? Sure, I have something like this right here, right? So say this was my logo. This is one of my clients' logos that I did. It was not directly editable. You go this way. Why won't you let me rasterize? Rasterize layer. There we go, right? So, like, you know, maybe I'll put my logo up here, which in that case, right, I need to put my stuff down a little bit. That's kind of ugly. Gotta worry about the safe spaces. Maybe I'll do that, right? Obviously, you wouldn't have your thing there. You know, maybe also I'll put in my social media. So here I grabbed these. So I've got my social media, and it's like my Instagram is, right, it's kevin.ripka or something like that. I don't use it. I own it. I just don't use it, right? Obviously make it so you can see it, right? Oh, look, I know how to spell my name. Right, so that, obviously this one should be white, right? You know, if I had other social media, you know, do the other one. Why is my Photoshop just not wanting to be fast enough? There we go. Right? Maybe the sizes are a little too big. Again, I'm not showing you prescribing a way to design it. I'm just kind of showing you what you need to do. Why is it? That's weird. Right? So something like this. Let's say that I was happy with this and it actually looked nice, right? And I had a place for this. So what you're going to need to do now is save this as a JPEG, right? So I'd save that as a PSD first, so in case I need to go back and edit it, I'll, you know, go to File, Export. I'll quick export as a ping. That's pretty good, right? Where did it go? It's gonna go to I'm gonna put it on my desktop so I can grab it later. Call it my end card template, right? And so then I'm going to need to edit this into my video. Actually, before I edit this into my video, you may want to have yourself have head in the box, right? Which means, you know, when you're still talking, still show you on video. So you might do something like, let me take this little thing down. Why is I don't know, my photo's doing that. Right, so what I would do is I'd actually just double this up and maybe make it a little bigger. Oh, hold on. Right, and so then I'd plan on putting my video of me talking in that area, and I'd leave this stuff like maybe something like this. Again, I'm not prescribing the way you do it, but if I was to do this in this template, right, when I was editing in the video, I would put me still talking right here so you see me. That's head in a box. But that's another option you can do as you're designing. All right, so once you have your video recorded and you have your end card template made, it's time you have to actually edit it into your video before putting it into YouTube, right? And so you're gonna need to have it at 5 to 20 seconds long, right? So you see my video was 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Now, if you're doing head in a box, right, you'll want to, no matter which way you do it, you're gonna need to separate these first. So I'm just gonna go ahead to click on one of these and say unlink, right? So I can now edit one without the other, and I'll take this one down, I don't know, right? 5 seconds, so it was 5:06, so I'll go down to 5 minutes, right? So I brought this down. Now if I was gonna do head in the box, right, what you'd wanna do is clip the video and move it up above and you know, kind of move it to the size that you want your head in the box. But this is fine too, just letting the end card be seen and you be heard, right? Because you don't want to just put it at the end with no sound. No one's going to keep watching it, right? So you want to be at the end being like, hey, thanks for subscribing, or thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe, follow me on my social media, blah, 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 right? So then you can just go ahead and put your thing in here, right? Your end template, and there it is, right? So is it all matched up here? Wow, right? So there it is, right? My video should play with, and I'm gonna play video on video, right? So there it is, play. Right here, so you see me. That's head in a box. See? So it puts it over, right? That's it. And now you need to go ahead and export it for good old. Ooh, what did I just do there? Whoops. Let me just export it, right? Export. Quick export. Sure, that'll work. Adaptive thing for me. High quality 1080p. Sure. And I'll just hit export. I don't know. And that's it. I'm not going to make you watch me export it. We'll go on to the next section. All right, so once you upload your video to YouTube, right, I'm uploaded, but right, you want to add your description, you want to add your poster image, right, you want to say, no, it's not made for kids, you want to go to show more, you want to put in your tags here, right, and that's great, and go to the next process. Right now, if you don't do the end card during this process right here, because you can skip this, you can always find it again in your studio.youtube.com, but I'm going to do it here at end screen, so I just hit this add. Right, and so now I can pick any one of these twos, really doesn't matter, I'll take that one. And now I need to find where in my video I made it so that I have my end card. So it's right there, right? So we're gonna need to go ahead and make this smaller to go to where I actually have it, the end card, right? So here we have the end card, it actually comes up right there. So this now I'll just place on here. So it looks a little big. It looks a little bigger. Uh-oh. Maybe the sizes I have are wrong, because that looks a little bigger. Something went awry. It might have been how I exported it too, right? But basically, right, it should go in like this. If it's a little bigger, I'm not going to complain. It must have been, I don't know if I did something wrong with the sizes somewhere, but that's okay. Not a big deal, right? As long as you give yourself some space, I think it's not going to be, it'll be close enough. And that's it, right? You can decide when you have your video selected, right? You can decide what do you want, your most recent upload, best for viewer, choose a specific video. So if you choose a specific video, right, you can pick your channel trailer. Here, this one, if you want to see kind of the area it takes up when you hover, it doesn't really matter. So right there, right? So that's it. You can also, if you don't want to use this down here, right, you can set the times on these things to get it right. Really nothing hard, right? But basically you get that there. So if I save it, go to next, say, sure, next, it's done. This is a public video. Actually, I'm just going to make a private video because this isn't a garbage video. Hit save.